Hello everyone, welcome back to Mad About Cards and Crafts. My name is Marla. Today I have a floral card share using products from the Greetery and inks from Gina K Designs. I did use Gina K Designs Red Hot lipstick. The blues are Ocean Mist and Blue Lagoon. The greens, Fresh Asparagus, Grass Green, and then I used Wild Dandelion and Slate. I used this Greetery crimped frame, and then that is the Lattice frame die from WPlus 9. I'm just going to show you the first couple of flowers that I created. I don't think you need to see all of them. I will start for the blue, it's going to be Ocean Mist, and for the red, it's going to be lipstick. Gina K has some of the best inks out on the market. This lipstick does not show on camera as beautiful as it is in person. It's one of my favorite reds, and it really goes nicely with her teal colors. So if you're looking for some new inks, these Gina K Design ones are fantastic. My next layer for the blue is going to be the Blue Lagoon. It's a little bit darker. And then the red will be Red Hot. And I will line those up and stamp. This is a fairly easy stamp to line up. I do get the slate layer, this next layer, off a little bit on the red flower, but I'm able to correct it with one of my black pens. But essentially all the rest of them went really nicely. So I'm going to go in and use the slate on both of the flowers. Then I will come in with the next layer, it's a 4-layer set, and use the Wild Dandelion. And I don't think that it pops enough. I just don't think that that fourth layer really, maybe it's because I used the slate, really popped. So I'll go back in with my Uniball Signo pen and that gel pen, and I will create some white dots which will actually bring the flowers out even more. I started in one direction with this card. My intent was to layer the flowers all the way around that crimped frame, and then my mail came and my new Greetery products were in there, and so I switched gears a little bit and move on to a different layout, which is what my final card is. But I absolutely adore the colors in this card, and it's just a beautiful birthday card. So there we come in with that dandelion. I don't like it as much. I'm gonna stamp it one more time, and then I will go in with that Uniball pen. So this is the second time that I'm editing this video. I had this edited last night. I did the voiceover. I watched the video. Everything was beautiful, and I went to upload it to YouTube, scheduled it to air this morning, and somewhere between the upload and it going on my channel this morning, the file got corrupted. I don't know what happened. It's super frustrating. I am hoping that these snafus with my editing stop, because it's just so frustrating. Somebody was kind enough after I posted all of this to all the social media sites to tell me that the video footage was black. So it was showing a couple of minutes, not even that, and then it went black. Right here, back to the card, I'm stamping with Fresh Asparagus. Then I will go in and stamp the leaves. I'll start with Grass Green, and I don't get it lined up properly. I don't want to put my head in the video, and so I didn't quite see that it wasn't lined up, but it was no big deal because I used my graphite pencil to connect that. And by doing that, it allows my brother Scan and Cut to cut this out perfectly, and that's what I cut all of my images out. I do not own the dies. There are matching dies to this, but I don't own them. So I'm going to go in with the second color, which is Blue Lagoon, and I'm just going to tap it along different parts of that leaf, and it will look splotchy at first, but I'll show you that the leaves actually, when they dry, you can't even notice the marks. Everything just blends together. So I take everything over to my scan and cut. I cut it out, and now I'm going to start assembling my card. I have had this WPlus 9 lattice background for quite some time. I absolutely love it. And I decided to stamp that sentiment, birthday to you, in red hot onto that crimped frame, and I'm sorry that I didn't have the full footage of that, but it was a little bit blurry. My camera didn't focus fully on it, so I just cut out the part where I showed the stamping, and this is where I had changed directions, where my new order came in, this written in ribbon stamp, which stamp set I should say, which is absolutely beautiful. If you are looking for sentiment to have an impact on your card, you need to go get this. I mean, just the font, everything is just beautiful. So I stamped that happy out in Blue Lagoon. I'll take it over to my die cutting machine. I do have the dies for this, and I cut it out 3 times. Now I'm taking that lattice die that I was telling you about that I absolutely love, and it's going to take a couple tries for me to get this lined up. Every once in a while I have a issue lining things up, and this was one of them. So I'm going to cut that part out so you don't have to painfully watch me take it off and put it on a million times. I have been told I have the Gina K Connect glue, and I do use it, but I don't use it all the time. I use my art glitter glue, and that's what I'm using here. But I have recently read or heard, I'm not sure which one it was, that the Connect glue doesn't glue down quite as fast as the art glitter glue. It gives you a little bit more wiggle room. So I think I may start using that. I did get a little bit of ink on my base, and so I was just cleaning that off. Here's that written in ribbon set. Oh, look at all those beautiful sentiments. And as I said, I die cut this 3 times, and so I'm going to layer them because I want a nice heavy dimensional chipboard type piece to accent this card. This is the only layering that I do as far as dimension goes. Everything else is laid flat to the card. So I'm going to line these up, I'm going to stack them, and then I will start putting the card together and working on the layout of the flowers. And I decided to go with an odd number of flowers, which is why you'll see the double blue at the top. I could have added another red one, but they say that everything's better in odd numbers, so I just stuck with the odd numbers. Here I'm going to add, there we go, I'm going to add that crimped frame and glue that on. That went on beautifully. I had no problem with that. You'll see as I lay out the flowers that I get a little bit of a shift. I move them too close to the birthday to you, and as I start gluing them down, I have to readjust them because the card was not staying flat, and so as you'll see when I lay the flowers on there, it kind of pops up. I did put some temporary adhesive on in the middle I should say, and here I'm going back in with my bone folder trying to flatten it out a little bit more, and it doesn't quite close as I would like it to because the top panel I guess is maybe a little bit heavy, but you would think that the heavy would bring it down. So anyway, I'm going to start with these flowers. You'll see I drop them down here, and then the card will pop up and the card will move them. throughout the process, and I'm not really paying attention to that, and so when I start gluing things down, as I said, I have to shift it. This was a very easy card to create and put together, and I'm looking forward to creating more cards with my new Greetery products. She had a beautiful floral collection. There's a die set that is roses, and it is just stunning. And then she has a sketched one that I'm anxious to color. So you're going to be seeing a few more floral cards in the near future on my channel, because I just need to play with them, and why not film it? So here we go, lining these up. We are having a Team Tiny hop, not this week. I believe it's the following, or a week from Monday is when the hop is going to be. And so look for that. I'm excited about that. I hope you've subscribed to some of my team members. I really love watching their videos, and if you haven't checked them out, go to my playlist, or actually just go to my videos and go to the ones that are Team Tiny, and you'll find some awesome creators there. That is our team leader is Catherine Kelly. She does beautiful cards. She likes a lot of the Brutus Monroe products, and hers would be a good channel for you to check out. I have just a few more flowers, and then I'm going to start gluing these down. We are about 18 days out from our cruise. The weather here has actually been really good for the past few days. We did have a little bit of snow that turned into an ice storm in the rest of the Midwest, but we didn't have any of those issues. We just got a little bit of snow, and compared to last year when that polar vortex came down, it's been relatively mild, especially as the weather. Last year we had all of those negative temperatures for weeks at a time, and yesterday it was in the 50s. So I'm not complaining about this winter thus far, but I am looking forward to a little bit of warmth and beach time. Plus I'll be spending time with my friends, so that'll be awesome. And it's a marriage cruise, so there's going to be some workshops and meetings and things of that nature while we're on the ship. And we're going on one of the biggest, I think it's the second biggest cruise ship there is out there. It's a Royal Caribbean, I think it's a Lure of the Sea, and it has zip lining on it and lots of fun shows, so that's going to be a lot of fun. As you can see, I don't lift every flower up. I wish I had. I need to get some press and seal. I don't have any, and that would make it a little bit easier. Here's where I start shifting things down. So that's the only one that really was a little bit stuck. So everything else moved beautifully. But I noticed at that point that things had shifted up a little higher than what I wanted. But I just put a little bit of glue on the back of each of these. I really don't think you need a whole lot. I've never had any cards come apart on me. I've been very fortunate as far as that goes when I send them in the mail. And this particular card is one that I created for an order that I have. I think I have just a couple more little flowers to add to this. And then I'm going to add that happy, and that will complete my card. So I've had several new subscribers. I want to thank you so much for subscribing. Every time that I see a new one, it just really makes my day. I hope that you're enjoying the content on my channel. If you have anything that you'd like to see or any suggestions, you can leave them in the comment box below. I do love hearing from you, so please leave a comment if you like the video. Make sure that you give it a thumbs up. That helps get me out there a little bit more. YouTube will promote my video just a little bit more. I know I'm a very small channel, but you know, every thumbs up, every comment, that just really helps getting me exposure on YouTube. So let me finish this up by saying thank you so much for being a part of this journey with me, and I will show a final close-up of this card. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a fabulous week. I will be back with my Greetery haul in just a couple days. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.